After last weekend's inspiring performance against Man City, have we finally banished that mini blue period where we picked up heavy defeats against Liverpool and Wolves? Since those defeats, the reaction has been absolutely amazing, and it culminated in a performance which left most of this fanbase incredibly proud. With our cup final game on the horizon at the end of this weekend, are we now ready to compete to try and lift our first piece of silverware under Mauricio Pochettino? Today, my friends, I'm here to go through all the things we learned against Man City. It's taken me a while to release this video because it's getting taken down left, right and centre, so fingers crossed all of you are finally able to see this. If you rate the effort, if you're still gassed by our performance, hit that like button, and without wasting any more time. And for the first thing we've learned, Nico Jackson is ready to lead the line against Liverpool. I thought his performance against Man City was really inspiring, and it reminded me of those great selfless performances that we would see from former greats like your Anelkas, your Costas, and of course your Didier Drogbas. So let's assess how Nico played against Man City. Now, this was essentially Nico's game against Man City. As you can see in the clip, an instant one-touch layoff. And when he plays that pass, he is getting ready to attack the spaces in behind. That mobility caused Man City's defenders so many issues, and it allowed us to attack Man City's back line with great pace in behind. He was a great counter-attacking option for us, especially when it came to defending the many set pieces we had to defend. Great play to knock the ball around from, I think, Kyle Walker in that area. And a nice little skill, this is what Nico does. When people just criticize him for his goal scoring, of course, you have to, but it's something that can improve upon. But we can't dismiss the rest of this guy's overall game because, the way he's keeping the ball in these tight areas. There's been many strikers we've seen here for many years that can't do half of this stuff, yeah? Holds the ball, flicks it around. This was a nice little play here. Look at the... Let me rewind that back again. Look at the little body balance. He's got great poise and balance, Nico Jackson. You're saving a ball from like a nothing situation. He's got the technique and the balance and the agility to maintain that and offer an outlet for the team. That was really good play. I'm going to see that one more time because it just really typifies this guy's technical aspects of his game. It's against three Man City players. He's shimmying Aki left, right and centre. And he's got that composure to maintain it because he's waiting for his teammates to support him down that left hand side. A great pass to find Nico. And then it makes it look so simple, but that back heel takes out two Man City players because he sees the all-running run from one of his teammates. And as I said, he plays a pass. He's not feeling good about himself. He's getting ready to attack the spaces in behind because we were looking to target Aki's area on the left-hand side of the field. And that was it right there. You see, his head's up. He's looking to find Raheem Sterling and he plays a pass at the perfect right time. And that's it, Sterling does the rest then. It's a small little taster of Nico's movement, mobility, and how he brought us into the game and how he led us and spearheaded counter-attacks time and time again. So, and naturally, if I'm doing a video like this, one of the main reasons why I wanted to get this video out there was so I could discuss Malo Gusto's performance against Man City. So let's break down what he did and how well he played. When you watch a game like this in real time as a fan, you feel that constant pressure and tension, right? Because City are unrelenting. They quickly get the ball into dangerous areas time and time again. And when you're constantly dealing with that type of pressure, like every few moments in a game, it's only natural that eventually you're going to make a mistake. You're going to subside towards it. So the fact that Malo Gusto can keep that level up from the first minute to the last minute says a lot about this guy's mentality, big game credentials, and his quality as a football player. Doku must hate playing against us. Reece James absolutely nullified him in that 4-4 draw, and Malo Gusto can match him. But look how Malo Gusto, look at his body orientation, his position in the way where he can deal with Doku if he goes to the outside, and he can deal with him if he cuts inside, and he's waiting for the winger to make the first move. And that was the great thing about Malo Gusto's defending against Man City. Again, 1v1, 1v1, Pep signed Doku for a reason, to bring more quality from these sides, right? Of course, Palmer really helps out at times. It is Doku, he is a phenomenal winger. But Gusto just going against him 1v1-2. That was good positioning there, just to force Doku away from the danger area. I think Doku had like 65 touches in that game, and it mostly came from areas on the left flank. So Malo Gusto had to be on point throughout the whole game. Again, right here, he's waiting for Doku to make the fast move, and he's ready to react and pounce upon him. Naturally, he's about to win that possession right there. And again, he's got the technique. The ball was coming in behind. Players who aren't as good as him, they'll panic. A mistake could come from there. They might just underhit the ball. But Gusto trusts his technique to flick it over the top, maintain it, and then play the pass back to an opponent. He's not looking to clear the ball out of danger. He's looking to maintain possession and control in our own half. Again, look at the body orientation. It's like, I'm stopping you cutting inside. I want to take you to the outside. This is great defending from Malo Gusto. And look how he's constantly, like, his feet. Gusto is not, he's not just standing still. His feet are constantly moving, constantly waiting to react to what Doku does next. Look at the footwork, and that's it. Closes it down, stretches his leg out. Doku still finds a cross, but he puts him off balance completely. Look, footwork, closes the angle. Bro, like a constant thorn in Doku's side. Right there, boom, that's it. Wins that first duel again. I think Doku only completed 3 out of 10 dribbles in that game, and I think Gusto won 9 out of 13 duels. 9 out of 13. That's crazy. Look right here, footwork, Doku jinxing to the right. But Gusto's okay because Gallagher's there to help marshal that space. What does Doku do next? Slows down. Tries to spin him again. He's trying to do everything in his power to find a solution to get through. But I'm going to explain afterwards why this benefits us. I'm going to count the seconds. We're going to count the seconds right here from this point going forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8 seconds where Doku didn't do anything. And what you're doing is you're slowing down Man City's ability to break you down now, because the only option that was left in the end was to play the pass backwards. That was great work from Gusto, and also your Palmers, your Gallaghers, and everyone that supported the defense down that right hand side, because Doku was so key to creating, possibilities for Man City. And if you're slowing him down, super tackle. I mean, again, Doku is someone where he could probably flick the ball over you if you're going to look to run in. So it tells you exactly that mentally Doku was losing confidence as the game was going on. Gusto again, 1v1. The footwork, constantly moving. He's bent his knees down. He's keeping his surface area small. He's ready to react to whatever direction changes Doku wants to go in, because he can match that. Malo Gusto can match that. Flipping. Now, I had some Man City fans telling me that Doku had him. I don't know what they were talking about, to be honest with you. But what we're seeing from this guy at 20 years old, to think we have him and Reece James in the team together, it might get to a crazy point where in the future, could we even see Malo Gusto playing as a left back? But I think he would also excel, and he could also offer us some interesting possibilities in those interior channels, because, you're at a point where it's like, these guys are so good that it'll be kind of criminal if one is out of the team for the other. General Gallagher loves playing against Man City. Now, I think he personally raises his game when he plays against them. He's done this since Crystal Palace, and he's done this every single time he's played against them, playing for us. And I thought, Gallagher continues this role of being one of the most difficult opponents to play against in the league. He was so key in helping to nullify Rodri, but because Rodri is a world-class player, of course, Rodri had his moments in the second half, but it was a very good battle where, as the game was going on, each one of these guys, let's see some of the good stuff that Gallagher brought playing for us, playing in midfield against Man City. And again, these moments here, Nico, another one-touch layer from Nico, and Conor Gallagher reads the danger first, and he's about to get in front to spearhead a counter-attack. I think he's one of the fittest players in the league, to be honest, Gallagher. He's playing 90 minutes week in, week out. He's constantly running. He's easily clocking over 12.5 kilometers per game. You know, and he plays at great tempo. That's one thing I've constantly looked to stress, the tempo which Gallagher plays with. And I think this game highlights this guy's strong tactical acumen. He's in the right positions at the right time to deal with danger. Hence why he wins so many of these key tackles to kickstart those like counter presses, right? Again, he's got the strength. He wins it off easily. Brushes Alvarez to the sides. One touch to find Enzo Fernandez. Receives in tight areas and a great little reverse ball in behind. Perfect weight. I wish something came from that pass because it really was that good, but it was well defended in the end by Nathan Ake. But it goes to show that Gallagher isn't just a road runner that only knows how to run around the field like an idiot and win tackles. Intercepts that really well, and look at the hunger and desire to make sure he gets that second ball again. You know, it's this supportive play that his teammates are going to appreciate, because he'll now find these guys in good areas and then things can happen. Great touch, and look at the upper body strength now. Like last season, Gallagher was bouncing around the field left, right and centre. I don't know what diet this guy's been on since then, but he's bulked up so much. He trusts his physicality so much too. And I think he's just holding off Diaz from behind quite comfortably there. Wins the free kick and instantly releases that quickly to find Levi Cole. But look, one touch, receives and passes. He's looking to run in that space in behind Rodri and I think Alvarez right here. You know, Alvarez first half was really poor for Man City. And it allows Enzo now to play that pass between the lines because of the movement in behind from Conor Gallagher. That's it, receives one touch and quickly switches the ball to change the direction of attack. He's not wasting time on the ball. It's one touch, two touch, three touches max. Again, first time layoff to Conor Gallagher. He takes out two Man City players and he's looking to move them by running and attacking the space in behind now. As he does to kickstart another counter attack. And look at the pace, the engine. I mean, honestly, he's really surprised me in terms of just how much he's improved and how much he's added to the team. I never thought Gallagher would probably get to a point where I'm thinking, wow, like this guy has the potential to be, you know, like a European class, world class type of player. Again, first time pass, he finds the run of Ben Chilwell. I'm not going to lie, when I see Gallagher play, I think he's the type of guy that Simeone would love. You know, I used to watch Atleti play all the time. When you're a fan watching a game real time, you're willing every player to win their first duel, to win that tackle, to win possession back for the team. Winning possession, pressing is such a key part of this game. It's like the chess part of football in that sense. And when you have someone who's so strong and adept at this part of the game like Conor Gallagher, it's just going to help your overall teammates, because let's just rewind this back. Most players, they're not closing that ball down. We've seen this time and time again. Most players aren't doing that. So you're going to win these key advantages up the field in areas you shouldn't be winning the ball in. Gallagher, look, he's not slowing down. He's looking to get in Nathan Ake's face to close that space down, because football's a game about how you control the spaces essentially. So with Conor Gallagher type of players, they don't allow you to have that space because they want to be in your face. Look, wins that, blocks Nathan Ake's pass, doesn't stop there. He's not feeling good about himself. He's looking instantly to win that ball again. And the aggression's too much for Nathan Ake in the end. He just about does something, but again, they've lost control and Gallagher wins another ball off Rodri again. And then that's it, we have possession there. Again, like Rodri is, again, he's a world-class player, one of the best DMs in the world. And, you know, he's kind of got that Jorginho ability to make it really hard for opponents to close him down. So, you know, what you're seeing from Gallagher isn't like just any type of defending. You know, he wins that again from Rodri. Little shimmy inside. And, of course, finds that to Enzo Fernandez. But you're noticing really good battles now between Gallagher and Rodri. We saw that in the 4-4 draw against them, where Gallagher played an instrumental part in, you know, counter-pressing and, you know, allowing us to create some goals as well too. And, you know, it seems like this is a battle to kind of pay attention towards, because, yeah, I think that, you know, Rodri is not going to be too happy next time they play. So that's what we learned in regards to Conor. And for the next thing we've learned, we must discuss Axel Colossus Disasi's defensive masterclass against Man City. In my opinion, it's one of the best individual defensive performances of this season, and it's come from a player that's received some criticisms at times. So let's assess what went down. The desire, the aggression, it was John Terry-esque. I think that's why John Terry was proud. And, Disasi, even though he was superb, this guy can play out from the back. Look at this pass right here to find Nicolas Jackson, perfectly weighted, and it allows Nico to just play a backheel pass in behind. Look how it dips, and look at the weight of that ball. He's got phenomenal weight of pass, Disasi. Look, clip ball over the top to find Nicolas Jackson again. Disasi was kick-starting a lot of these counter-attacks with his accurate passing and distribution out from the back. Reads that. Again, it's these weighted, long driven passes he plays. I think they're really aesthetically pleasing, and he makes it easy for his teammates to receive them. Again, plays it first time, playing line breaking passes between the lines time and time again. Look at the strength early, completely just knocked down Akanji on the field like absolutely nothing. Marshals the danger there, Colossus out from the back with his heading. Clears that ball there to find Nico. I think it's one of the underrated parts of Disasi's game was look at the ball distribution out from the back to kickstart many attack in that game, especially in that first half. Yep, I've always felt that Disasi's best strength is his books defending. He's not good 1v1 out wide, and I think maybe in hindsight this is something I've learned. Because him and Silva have, and I've said this before in the past few videos, have the same instincts and want to cover spaces in behind. It's not a great balance to have two coverers together. But I mean, look at Disasi again. This personifies everything. On the goal line there, beautiful header away. Again, the interceptions for days, time again. Look at that celebration too, after making that interception. Are you seeing most of the good actions have come from Disasi passes? And that's it. Just in a good position to deal with any danger right there. Clears out with his left foot, a bit of luck there, but I love this challenge against Haaland because he stretches and he makes contact with the ball then. That's why the save gets made in the end. Again, another great pass, taking out, 3 full Man City players. In that game, Disasi won 4 aerial duels out of 4. Barely any ground duels because it was about interceptions in that game as well. For some reason, they say connected 2 out of 7 long balls. I don't really agree with that. But in terms of things... But I think the stat that stands out the most by far was the 16 clearances against Man City. So he was defensively alert throughout. Absolute sensation alongside Levi Colwill too. But I think Disasi really stood out for, the warrior-like performance against City last weekend. And naturally, I need to end things by discussing Cole Palmer's return back to the Etihad. Let's break down and watch what Cole Palmer did. I just love his problem solving. That's his intelligence. I'm not going to play that pass to you, Enzo. I'm going to wait for the opponent to press speed. Then I'm going to release that to find Caicedo instead. So we can create that triangle. Cuts inside. Very nice, elegant, deft touch he has. Oh, what a pass that was to. That driven pass. Disguised reverse ball in behind to find Enzo. Which allows Enzo to play a first time layoff then to find Connor. We played some great football in that first half to break Man City down. That's it. Holds the ball up to play the pass in behind to find Gusto. 1-2s. And that's it. Looks to do a little dummy run to create that space to receive now from Gusto, which he does. Great touch with his left foot to cut inside with his right foot to cut inside with his left foot. And then again, when you're Malo Gusto, you can attempt to make that run in behind, because this is the thing we can't forget. This is a risky play, because if the pass doesn't find Gusto, if a mistake happens, Gusto is now out of position. So sometimes you'll see this analysis and stuff like, Sky Sports, whatever. They'll criticize Gusto for not being in position to deal with that danger. Well, actually, no, he has to make that running behind to stretch C and create that verticality. So you're trusting your teammate in Palmer to find you, which he does with a beautiful passing behind. And I'm sorry, the only mistake from Gusto, which is a shame, was that he doesn't play this first time now to Nicholas Jackson. By the time he touches it, look, this is the little mistake from Gusto, which kind of ruins everything, because Nicholas Jackson wasn't lying to deal with that then. But you're about to see the little miscontrol from Gusto, which kills the momentum of the attack. Look right here. That's it. And now by the time Gusto gets control of the situation again, it's too late for Gusto, for Nico, because now the ball's behind him. So it forces him to take an extra touch more than he has to. And by the time, he's going out of his feet, Edison reacts quickly to close the angles down. And it's a shame. That pass on Palmer deserved the goal, in my opinion. But again, he was not slacking off. He was backing his boy in Gusto throughout. Another great passing behind. Great weight behind his play too. I mean, you can tell, listen, if you're going to be playing for Man City, you need to be an exceptional player in talent. Again, first time pass, left foot. Look at the weight of these passes, which Nico shows Gusto what he should have done. And this is how we get the first goal against City. And it was just, constantly probing and taking advantage of these, actions in behind against City, constantly destroying them on the left-hand side. And, it's a combination of Palmer's, Nico's, Disasi's, and Gusto's. He reads the danger, closes down Nathan Naki, not slacking off whatsoever. It's just like he's one of those players where the passes he plays are so intelligent, and it's just like, he doesn't play the obvious pass. He's holding onto the ball not to waste time because he doesn't know what to do, but he's waiting to play the optimal pass, which is to play it towards Enzo Fernandez. He can play it first time there. This was great play from Palmer. Just kills the ball, deads it. Little shimmy and a nice little nutmeg in behind. Alvarez got moved to the entire game when we played against them. And then he finds Gusto. Like, I love the Palmer-Gusto partnership. I've spoken about this before. It adds so much for us. The pacing behind, the skill, the technique from both these guys. And the fact that they get to play on each other's stronger foots. If you're going to play this type of football, you want a Cole Palmer that's going to be releasing teammates in behind. So he had another great performance. Great playmaking performance. He's playing the passes that kickstart moves. He plays the decisive passes. He makes the decisive actions. I think he's one of the signings of the season in the whole league. So my friends, that's everything we've learned against Man City. And I think after a performance like that, there's no way, in my opinion, that we can't take this inspiration forwards into this week's cup final against Liverpool, because this performance will be raised our game against City. I just can't imagine us just falling off right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, hit that like button. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lions TV. See you guys tomorrow with some more videos. Cool.